How many of you guys already have a credit card? So Master, Visa, Victoria's Secret, okay, a couple. How many of you struggled or struggling with credit? So today I'm going to get you a little bit more information about credit cards and how it works. I work for Wells Fargo, so a part of my job is selling, so I have to sell these credit cards. And I see a bunch of students, I'm like, go and apply for a credit card, and they just go, no, I already have one, or I don't want one, I'm scared about it. So I just want to open your minds today and inform you a little bit more about credit cards. Today I'll be talking about how credit works, why we need to get one, and where you could apply for one. So I'm going to start off by how credit works. So credit is pretty much, it's a part of life. You need it for big purchases like houses, loans, anything you want to buy a car, pretty much. So credit works pretty much like a trust. A bank or in any institution lets you borrow that money, and of course you have to pay it up. You have to pay it back. So let's say that I ask Crystal if she wants to let me borrow her phone, and she's just gonna be like, I don't really know you, and I'll be like, come on, Crystal, like I know where you live, I see you every day, and I please borrow your phone, and you're gonna be like, well, like I don't really know you, I can't trust you. So then you're nice, so you're just gonna be like, here's your phone, I'll let you borrow. But I'm clumsy and I just trip and it breaks. I'm like, oh, sorry, Crystal, here you go, it's all broken. So then David comes next to you and he's like, Crystal, I need to borrow your phone. And then you got your phone already fixed. So David's gonna come and ask you, Crystal, can I borrow your phone, please? Crystal's gonna be like, no, I already broke it, I already got it fixed, so no, I'm not gonna let you borrow it. So she does, because she's such a nice person, she lets David borrow it. David brings it back all clean and nice. And that's pretty much how credit works. So you have to let that trust. So next I'm going to talk about why we need to get one. So pretty much we need a credit card. Well, we need to start filling out credit in case you want to buy a big purchase, like I said. Like a car, a house, a boat, if you want to buy a boat. But we can't buy it all in by money. We're going to like save all our lives, but we can't buy it. So we need to start getting that trust from the banks. I remember when I first started, I didn't use my credit card because I was scared to use it. And I went to my bank and I applied for one, and they gave me a like $500 limit, but I never used it. So when it came to the time to buy my car, I got approved, but it's because my brother worked for a dealership. But I got such a high interest rate that it was just crazy. So my brother said, why didn't you use your credit card? I don't know. I didn't know that's how it works. So that's pretty much how it works. You just need to start using your credit card to buy little purchases like gas, emergencies, books, like we're doing. And also, where you can apply to get one, I first recommend going to your bank institution. They could let you borrow that money easier than going to a retail store, because I've had friends go to Forever 21 and they want to buy a dress, and they're like, oh, you want to apply for a credit card, 20% off. And they're like, yeah, sure, I want to apply. They get denied because they don't have that trust yet with that store. So if you go to a bank is easier to let you get that money. And once you get that credit card, if you do get approved, check your credit score. It's there's one that Wells Fargo goes off by, and it's annualcreditreport.com, and it's free. So I also see like creditkarma.com, and always check and make sure everything's fixed, nothing's bad. And you want to get to like a 700 range, 700 to 800, if you want to buy a big purchase, and that's when the like a car dealership will let you borrow that money or a mortgage. And if you guys need more information, Wells Fargo also offers financial reviews. So if you want to go in and just check it out, it's free. You can ask a bunch of questions. And also there's another website that's called handsonbanking.org, and that shows you how it works, where you can get it, and yeah. So today I talked about credit cards, and I kind of opened your mind about credit cards. I hope this helped you in your life and persuade you to get one and start building up your credit for the life.
So, Crystal, don't lend her your phone, but maybe you can tell her what you thought of her speech.
I think your rhetorical question wasn't as like helpful or as effective because I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this class have a credit card already, and so it helps your speech, but it kind of hinders it because you're informing about credit cards. So if everyone already has a credit card, they might already be informed about them. Your preview was clear, so I knew where your speech was going, but I think your thesis made your speech appear more informative in nature rather than persuasive, because you said you were just going to talk about credit cards. I thought you had a lot of knowledge on the topic, and it was shown through your personal experience examples. And I think you, so that gave you more credibility for talking about the subject. I also think that your eye contact was really good, and you didn't use notes a lot, which was good for delivery. You had a lot of movement, and most of it was effective, I think, but some of it was a little distracting. But you had a good review at the end. So overall, I think it was a good speech, but I don't think it was as persuasive as it should have been.
All right. All right, I'm going to give Crystal the gold star for the day because the very first thing that I was going to mention about the speech is that it's an informative speech more than it is a persuasive speech. And in fact, your purpose statement says that it's an informative speech. You said it right out loud, and I'm going, well, that's the wrong assignment, so that's a little bit problematic. Your purpose statement should be, you folks should not fear using your credit card. What you need to do is you need to learn how to use it correctly. My goal today is to persuade you to not only get a credit card, but to use it in a way that's going to build your credit effectively. You know, that kind of thing. And then I think you've got something a little bit more persuasive. You're still talking about the same subject, a lot of the same things that you talked about that would fit there, but you need to be a little bit more focused on what you're trying to say. I thought that you started off with an okay preview, but the structure of the speech didn't seem to be as consistent as it sounded like it was going to be at the beginning. You've got good personal experience, and you've got these kind of hypotheticals that you're using to explain some of the concepts, like that whole long analogy about the borrowing the cell phone thing. I kind of understand the point you're making. You're trying to build up trust with somebody, or the bank is trying to determine if they can trust you. I thought it was an imperfect analogy. It kind of explains what you're talking about, but I'm not sure, if I'm the bank or if I'm the retailer that lent you the credit card, which person is, who is it that's dropped the phone and ruined it? Is it the person who doesn't pay back the debt, or is it the credit card company that screws up your ratings because you were late on a payment? I mean, I'm not quite sure who we're supposed to be in this very interesting scenario that you've described. I'm going to agree with Crystal about several of the delivery issues. I think you have very good audience contact. You speak effectively to us. I'm going to disagree about the movement issue. I guess I'm agreeing with her halfway. There's a lot of walking around in circles. That's where all your nervous energy is coming out, and I think that's a bit of a problem. All right, thank you.